The life and achievements of the late Labour activist and stalwart of the Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, Rudolph Morton, was commemorated during his 5th September funeral service held at the Warner Park Event Stadium. Joining in support of family and close friends were Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liburd, Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis, Prime Minister Dr. Terrance Drew, and other members of the Federal Cabinet. Rudy Morton was for many years the Managing Director of the Frigate Bay Development Corporation, overseeing a period of rapid development of tourism-oriented infrastructure. He was also well known as a businessman, being proprietor of the long-standing Morton's Grocery. Paying tribute to the fallen stalwart were socio-political commentator and a former parliamentarian, Sam Condor, and St. Kitts and Nevis's Prime Minister, Dr. Drew.
While I was always aware of Rudy's social activism in St. Kitts, it was in New York that he demonstrated his political activism and acumen. He served as the president of the labor organization in New York, and by the time he decided to return home in the early 90s, Labor New York was established as probably the most vibrant diaspora organization in the rest of the world. My reference earlier to Rudy as my friend and comrade was when he returned home. He immediately re-engaged with the community of his early beginnings and became fully involved in the political development and advancement of our country.
But one of the things that he would have taught was that you are black and you are equal. And you have as much potential as anyone else. But at this stage, Rudy would back it with information. And so he will share with me books that he has read and recommended books for me to read. And I did read some of those books. I remember when we sought to get Stokely Michael here to St. Kitts and Nevis in the late 90s to speak at an event, Rudy became very involved. Later on, that is when I met Rudy as a member of the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. But we had been connected long before that. He was a fundamental part of my ideological formation through conversations and the recommendations of books that he would have given to me, and many of those books I would have read and discussed with him. So it was natural to see Rudy as part of the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, understanding that the ethos of the party is for the good that we can do. That really is the embodiment of who Rudy was.
The body of the late Rudolph Morton was interred at the Springfield Cemetery in Bastille. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.